happy wife, happy life phrase, there must be a reason why it became cliche, why it became popular.
Well, it became popular because I think so many people were willing to accept the unbelievably ridiculous model of relationships that's led us to a 56% divorce rate and probably another 20 or 30% staying together unbelievably miserable but not wanting to give up half their stuff. So yeah, like misery loves company. Like everybody is sitting around going like, well, listen, women are like that. You got to spend 90 minutes with them. Happy wife, happy life. Like, and I just don't accept that. I don't accept that it has to be awful.
Why is it not happy husband, happy wife, though?
Well, in reality, it is. I think in reality it's happy husband and happy wife equals happy marriage. Like,
but why did it come into culture that way around?
Because I think there's a... Well, I mean, my personal opinion on this is I think men are probably easier to please in some ways. Like,
okay.
You know, I think men are either hungry or horny. So like either feed us or have sex with us. And that's kind of, we're most of the time pretty happy. Like we're not, you know, like which curtains should we pick out for the house? Like we're not that caught up in that. I don't know a lot of guys caught up in that. Like when it came to weddings, like most of the guys I know weren't when they were young men going like, what is my wedding gonna be like? Here's what I'm gonna do. Like it was very like, all right, is there a DJ or a band and what will the bar have? And that's kind of what they were into. And everything else was like, cool, babe, whatever you like. Like I'm excited to see you excited. That's what matters to me.
So men are simple.
I think men are quite simple, yeah. And I think women, and by the way, this is not a criticism of men. It's not a criticism of women. And again, it's a generalization, I understand that. But like women, I think, thank God, women are much more nuanced in my experience. Like they notice more sometimes or different things. Like I think men and women bring different things to, and again, not every man, not every woman, but like I genuinely believe that we bring different gifts to relationships. And when we embrace that, and by the way, that polarity when we're dating is the greatest thing in the world. But of course, it gets challenging because this person's not just your sexual partner or romantic partner, they're your roommate, they're your co-parent, they're your travel partner, share a bathroom with them. Like this is a whole nother thing when you get married. The French have a saying that, you know, marriage turns a lover into a relative. And the truth is, like, not any of, like, your lover, you have this sort of, you know, it's why affairs are so intoxicating and wonderful, because you just get the best parts. You don't have to, you know, pick up this person's socks. You don't have to listen to the fight they got in with their cousin. You know, you don't have to be like, I gotta spend 90 minutes with them. You know, you can actually, you're just getting the good stuff, the passion, the sex, you know, which again, we can do relationships however we decide we want to do them. That's what's cool about it, is the two people in it is what matters. And I think even before social media, we were very much about, well, how is everybody else doing it? Because I guess that's the right way to do it. And so, yeah, happy wife, happy life was like, listen, just here, you know, like just make her happy because then she'll shut up and you can just watch football. Like, and I mean, look, that never appealed to me. That was never interesting to me. I think a lot of people absolutely buy into that model of relationships. What's more interesting to me than people who've just given up, right? People who've just said like, yeah, I know the hard thing to do and the right thing to do are the same thing, but I'm just gonna do the easy thing because it's like, eh. What's more interesting to me is that I think sometimes people screw up their relationships with completely good intentions. And the example I give in my book about this is sex. I think most people who've been in a long-term relationship will say, yeah, you know, the sex has become kind of predictable. Like it's become kind of, it's not as novel, you know? And I think that happens for the absolute best of intentions. And it would be really lovely if we just acknowledged that. Because here's why it happens, right? You get with a person, you're first dating, first time you get sexual with the person, you throw every trick you've got at that person, right? You do all the things that you think they're gonna like to see, what are they gonna like, right? Do they like the same stuff that other people liked, or do they like something different, or what do they like the same things you like? And you throw everything at it. And you start, okay, they don't like that, okay, this they really like, oh, they make really nice noises when I do that, okay. And you start to, and then what do? You start to get more efficient. Like, oh, I know she doesn't like that, so I'm not going to do that, but I know she likes this, so I'm going to do that a whole lot, right? And she does, I hope, the same thing. She does he loves it when I do this, and the sound that comes out of him when I do that. I say, what do? You play the greatest hits. You play the greatest hits, because why not? And by the way, there's only so many hours in the day, and we got some stuff we got to get to. So let's really throw the greatest hits at each other, and we're going to have a great time. Well, what did you just do? You were trying to make each other really happy and be a really good lover to each other, but what did you just do? You just created a routine. You just created a routine. And here's the other thing about humans, which we all know. If you've ever had a sexual partner for more than 6 months, then you've noticed the patterns. And by the way, you're thrilled with them because you're doing the greatest hits. Like, I went to see Springsteen to hear Born to Run. That's what I'm there to see. Like, I love it. Do the greatest hits. But then if they do something different, there is some part of you that goes, what was that? Where did that come from? We don't usually do that, or we don't do it in that order. And by the way, sometimes that's exciting, right? Sometimes it's like, yeah, let's have sex in the laundry room. What? We got a bed right over there? Yeah, we always do it over there. Do it in the laundry room. Like, I don't know, that's fun, right? It's fun to do something different. Well, we get to a place where now when we do something different, we start to feel like we're gonna have to have a conversation about it. Because it's like, well, why did you do that? That's strange, or sometimes people go, why did they do that different thing? Are they like, is it they're watching porn? Are they cheating on me? Where did they get that idea from? Is that something that they want? Did they want to start doing that? Is that part of the greatest hits and I didn't realize it? Do they not like what I've been doing? And we start to sabotage, again, with good intentions from day one. All you wanted was to make your partner happy and they wanted to make you happy, and look what you did. You made a routine. So the only way out of that spiral is to talk about it, call it out.